Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. It's fantastic that you are here. Well, I trust you enjoyed my last video from Baroque composer J.S. Bach, who wrote over 1,000 pieces of music. And certainly the takeaway from that video was that we never quite know the legacy that we're leaving in our world. We just know that we want to make it a better place. So all the stuff that we do, we need to do to the best of our ability. So I trust you found that one an encouragement. Well, we're going from there to a bunch of guys who were formed in Sydney in 1980. Steve Kilbey on bass, singer-songwriter and also vocals. Peter Copes on guitar. Marty Wilson-Piper on guitar, and at the start Nick Ward on drums. There's a couple of other significant people, Richard Plug, who is a bit of drums, and also a Tim Powell, drums and guitar. Now the band I'm talking about is The Church, Aussie band The Church. Now we're going to get onto probably one of these songs when we think about Australian music. This is one of the songs we think of. We'll get onto that one in a minute. And between 1981 and 2019, they have released 25 studio albums. Now that's getting up there, really. There's not many people who've done more than 25. That's quite a lot since 1980. So yeah, good on you guys for such a prolific amount of output. So, you know, they're writing songs for every one of those albums. Quite incredible. There's been one live album in there, 12 compilation albums, and 37 singles. Now these guys started out very much in the new wave genre, a bit of pop, a bit of psychedelia and indie rock, but they kind of moved from there into more experimental stuff, dream pop, ethereal, and some soundscapes. That is for sure. These guys are just really good, and so they can really stretch what they do musically and production-wise as well. Steve Kilbey in particular, who is very much the driving force behind this band, he's got so many ideas that it's hard to keep up with him. But why would you want to keep up to it with him? You just kind of just let him do his thing, and the world's a much better place because of it. One of the things that makes the band The Church so compelling is the two guitars that work together with each other. So basically it's a four-piece band. We've got Steve on bass and vocals, and we've got drummer. Then there's just two guitarists, and those two just play off each other. Picking is something that these guys do really well, but they will pick in different ways and combine the sound together into something quite beautiful and amazing. So very much that's their style, and that's what they are known for, that is for sure. These guys have also been inducted into the ARIA Hall of Fame in 2010. Now ARIA stands for the Australian Record Industry Association. That's a very high honour indeed. Bands such as Cold Chisel have been inducted in the ARIA Hall of Fame, and so real honour for them to get that. And they've been described as having the quintessential guitar blend, that is for sure. Now, there are a few songs you could probably go to for The Church, but there's one song in particular we need to go to today. And this is the song Under the Milky Way. It came from the Starfish album in 1988. There is just something hauntingly beautiful about this song. Whenever it's played, people just stop and have to listen. It's just got that way about it, that is for sure. Under the Milky Way, you know, we are all under the Milky Way. Planet Earth is in the Milky Way galaxy, which is a number of galaxies, millions and millions and millions of galaxies. In this massive universe of ours. Of course, we're in a solar system. It's got Mercury and Earth and Mars and Jupiter and Saturn and Neptune and Uranus, and then also we've got Pluto at the end there, all going around the sun. And when we start thinking about big things like that, we think, oh man, I'm really small. in the scheme of things. But you know what? In the city, we don't tend to see this as much because of all the lights. But if you go out into the country and you look up and you just see a carpet, a blanket of star after star after star. What's it like looking up in the night sky? You might see some constellations. You might see in Australia, we've got the Southern Cross. You know, there's, if you answer the other constellations, there's the Sauceburn, and there's all the horoscope constellations up there as well. Do you think, oh man, I'm just really, really small in this world? And as I look up, I just feel really even smaller. Well, that's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is think, well, these stars are just out for me. I'm the only one in the world at the moment, and as I look up, I see the stars and I see the wonder that the night sky holds. And certainly when you put the moon in there, you think, oh, well, this is really quite stunning, really. Could be a moment of absolute beauty and wonder as you look around you and see, well, this is just amazing. Because stars can be just for you. In fact, you might even have a star that you look up and think, oh, there's my star. There it is. That's really, really cool. But then you think, well, I'm not the only one in the world, actually. There's actually lots of people in the world. There's actually about 7.5 billion of us in the world, and I'm sure that we all can look up in the night sky and we can all see stars. We are all, as the song says, under the Milky Way. Stars are the great leveler in this world. It doesn't matter where you are. There are always stars to look at. We all have that same experience. We all have that same joy of being able to look up and see stars. What about when something's moving? You might see a falling star, or you might see a satellite moving along. You think, oh wow, that thing's actually moving up there. That's pretty cool and exciting. Not actually sure what this song's about, but one of my takeaways from this is that I'm thinking that what Steve Kilbey is actually saying here is that we're all under the Milky Way. But the Milky Way is a place of wonder. The Milky Way is a place of beauty. The Milky Way is big, but we're also part of it. The Milky Way almost won't exist without us being here as well. And I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to capture the wonder and capture the magic of what it's like to look up and to see the stunning stars at night. And certainly in Australia, we are very, very fortunate to have some beautiful stars to look up at here. You can get away from the city and actually find stars very, very quickly. I think Steve is just trying to get us all to realise that we are all one. We are all under the Milky Way, and we are all, in a sense, living our lives, doing the best we can, and we're searching and hoping that life will improve, it will get better as time. But the Milky Way remains regardless of that. It will always be there. It will always be something that we are part of. So I think the challenge today, because this song is quite mysterious in lots of ways, but there is beauty in it. It captures the Milky Way and what we feel about the Milky Way so, so well. The distance, the space, the haunting melody, all of it just goes together to create this beautiful song. Certainly my hope, I'm thinking as we look around this world at the moment and see that there's just so many people on the move because of violence and conflict, that the conflicts would kind of stop. 10 years of the Syrian war and it's still going. We don't seem to be able to stop and to realise what we're doing and to kind of stop war. It just doesn't seem to happen. We're all under the Milky Way. We're all there. All of us are trying to have a dream. All of us are trying to live life. All of us are trying to make a difference where we can. We're all under the Milky way. And my hope, I suppose, as a humanity, again, will come back to the fact that we actually all are the same inside, and that we all deserve peace, and we all deserve a fair go in this world. We all deserve a life without the guns and the bombs and everything else that goes on. We deserve better than that. And maybe the song Under the Milky Way is a call to the world to think about what we're doing and to try and do it differently somehow. And that's without the environmental stuff going on at the same time. So there's a lot at stake at the moment, guys, in all of this stuff. If I could talk to all 7.5 billion of us at the same time, I'd say, let's start seeing each other with fresh eyes and with new eyes. Let's put our guns down. Let's stop giving the orders. Let's actually try and work towards a common good. I've seen common good in humanity. I just want to see more of it. And I need to look at myself here and think, what can I do to make it different as well? It's amazing where these videos go sometimes, really. And I trust that what I've said today is an encouragement for you. So as you look up at the stars, think, and if you're the only one around, think, well, this is just for me. It can be, right? There's nothing selfish about that. It's a star show just for you. So make the most of it and just get soaked up by the beautiful Milky Way that is all around us. So trust that will be an encouragement for you today. So on to the clips. We do have to have Under the Milky Way, again off the Starfish album of 1988. This is a live version of this one, and obviously this song starts with an acoustic guitar, not the electric so much, and you'll see what I mean by just Steve has just captured something absolutely stunningly beautiful with this song. We've also got another favourite of mine of the church, and that's the song Almost With You. This came off the 1982 album The Blurred Crusade. And here you'll see what I mean about the two guitars working together to create something absolutely stunning. It's one of my favourite church songs, Almost With You. And it's almost like he's thinking, oh man, I'm nearly in your space. I've nearly actually understood you. And I'm just wanting to be able to understand you even more. There's something about it, not quite, but almost part of a deepening relationship with this song. And so that one's there for you as well. And we're going to go back to the start for the church. And this is the song, The Unguarded Moment. This came off their first album of Skins of and Heart of 1981. Now, there are two versions of this song. We've got the original, I suppose, live version, just the normal guitar thing. And it is really quite a compelling song, this one. It's really quite cool. And considering it was the first church single, you know, there's certainly were the makings of something quite smart in these guys, I'm thinking. Now, I mentioned before too that Steve Kilbey in particular has got no shortage of ideas and production. And as I said, we did get into more dream, ethereal genres later in their career. And we do have a stripped back, quite slow version of The Unguarded Moment. What makes this particular version even more compelling is it's with an orchestra. And so you get to see, oh wow, this song's got a bit of space and what you can do. It takes a bit of getting used to. You think, oh man, it's a bit different, but just hang in there and watch it and you'll see what I mean. Steve has just got one of these voices, just suits the church songs down to the ground. So all the links to those songs are in the description below. And by the way, I've also included my last video from J.S. Bach and Christopher Parkening. So if you want to recap on that one, feel free. Well, that's it for today. If you have come back for another video, really, really great for you to be back here. And if you is this the first time to Life Reflections Through Music, welcome to the channel. It's great, and I encourage you to come back for more. or to go back. Because we've done about 100 and teens somewhere. So we've done a few now, and we're still in C in our playlist, so we've got a little bit to go yet. Well, that's it for today. Next time, we're going to go on to Duo City Harbour, just with a beautiful song of theirs, Come As You Are. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.